Hey guys, so back with another video, and today it's all about packs and what pack is right for you. So as you can see, over the years I've collected a few different packs. It's a pretty visual representation of how my style has changed, but I think it's something that a lot of people go through. Now each of these packs are unique in their own way, but really what makes them different is their ability to carry different loads, obviously in volume and also weight. So as I go over each pack, I'll give you some examples of gear that is generally associated with being carried inside of these packs, as well as some of the pros and cons of the pack itself. So let's get started. So let's kick off with the big pack here, the Osprey Zennith 88 litre pack. Now, who is this pack good for? Well, personally for me, it is my glamping pack. If we are going for a trip where there'll be a reasonably short hike where we're going to set up a base camp and then do day trips from that base camp, this is the pack I'm taking. I'll be able to pack portable camp chairs, all my camera gear, my drone, you know, a little saw to cut firewood. Basically, it is, like I said, my kind of base camp style of camping pack. So if you plan on doing trips like that, big family trips which include a little bit of hiking but setting up a camp and then, you know, really remaining in that area or doing short trips around that area, definitely a bigger pack allows you to bring a lot more and then allows you to enjoy that type of camping a lot more. Next up, my Osprey EXO 48 litre pack. So this was kind of my first venture towards the ultralight style of camping. If you are somebody like me who does photography as a hobby, or enjoys going camping with a purpose to do something, so often it's photography or making videos or whatever, you need to be able still to carry some gear which is, it's going to weigh upwards of 10 kilos. Something like this pack, it has a frame still built into it, which allows you to carry those loads. 48 litres as well is plenty of room for any additional equipment if you have your gear pretty much dialed in. So I'm talking more so going with a quilt over a sleeping bag, going a little bit more towards an ultralight style of shelter, so a tarp, or more likely if you've got expensive gear, cameras, etc., something like a duplex tent, a Cuban fiber style tent, etc., rather than kind of, here a sleeping bag is going to fit in there, a bigger double walled tent, plus your gear. But if you're covering some miles, you want to go a little bit lighter with your equipment, with your camping style equipment, but then you've got your, your photo, video equipment, etc. This will probably be more likely a better pack option. Very, very similar to the Osprey EXOs. This is actually my wife's. This is the Z-Packs Scout. So Z-Pack make very similar style of packs to the EXOs there. Basically, they are framed packs, but they are just simpler, they are lighter, and again, if you need to carry a little bit more gear, and you want to do it with a lighter pack, things like, the Z-Packs Arc series or the Scout series for my wife, since she's a little bit shorter, is also definitely an option. These tend to be cheaper and more widely available, and I really hadn't ventured into the ultralight kind of world before I went with the EXOs. But I'm more than happy with the EXOs, use it often, love the pack. Going one step further to the right here, this is my frameless pack, my MLD Mountain Laurel design Burn. Now, this is truly ultralight, so you need to have a base weight of about 10 pounds, so about 5 kilos or so, and carry no more than 10 kilos or about 22 pounds. Any more than that, and it's gonna start to be unpleasant. I have loaded this pack up to about 13 kilos because I had to carry a lot of water. Did 2 kind of days without being able to resupply with water, and it wasn't pleasant. Anything under 10 kilos though, and it is amazing. It is a great way to camp and hike, but it doesn't allow me to bring my bigger, heavier, better camera gear like, say for example, the EXOs. In saying that, if I want to cover miles, if I'm just going for a trip for myself where I'm not going to film or photograph and just, you know, have a me style trip where I'm just going to enjoy being out there, this is definitely the way to go. I create a little frame in there with some thermarest foam, but this pack is really for somebody that's got their gear dialed in. So I'm talking about definitely quilt. I use either a tarp with this pack, or I have the MLD Duo Mid, a tiny Tokes alcohol stove, and very few luxury items. So basically just the bare essentials, and that's really what the frameless packs are all about. So as you can see, a wide variety from all the way from your camping, glamping style of packs where pretty much bring anything, set up base camp and enjoy the area. It might be a beautiful river or mountain or something like that where you're going to spend your time on, to something where you're going to be covering some distance, but you know, you're doing it to take photos, a little bit more cruisy, to something where, hey, I'm going to cover a lot of miles, I'm just going to go out in the backcountry and explore, and I want to do it as light as possible. Packs really are a personal option, and it really does depend what you plan on doing out there. So when you go out to buy one, give that some serious thought, and hey, there's nothing wrong with having more than one. And often if you're going to do different styles of camping, you probably are going to need more than one. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Questions, comments down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy trails.